All right, so let's get out our binders. If you haven't gotten your binder. And you're going to need your Chapter 7, Chapter 8 vocabulary.
Since when you got no chair?
Huh?
Since when you got no chair?
Since when do I not have a chair? Oh, since there's a new chair?
Yeah.
We got a new chair today.
Just today.
Huh? Yeah, so get out your Chapter 7, Chapter 8 vocabulary.
Wait, where did I put that one?
So before we start that, we've read Chapter 7. Let's go over it real quick. What happened in Chapter 7? I know it was last week. We had a 3-day weekend.
What did happen?
What happened in Chapter 7? Do you want me to start you off?
Yeah.
So Chapter 7, they walked out to Quidditch practice. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, yeah.
And then what other house came out to practice?
Slytherin. Oh, yeah, Slytherin.
Slytherin came out. And who's their new seeker?
Yeah.
Malfoy. Good. And how do you get on the team?
He bought his way through.
He bought his way on, right? He bought everyone new. What do you write? What?
Nimbus.
Not uniforms.
Whatever was it?
I don't know.
The
Yeah,
brooms?
Nimbus.
The brooms. Yeah. So that happened, and then what did Malfoy do to make Ron mad?
He insulted Hermione.
He insulted Hermione. Good. And then Ron tried to curse him, and what happened?
He cursed himself.
Cursed himself, and what happened the rest of the chapter? He was, not throwing up blood, coughing up slugs. Yeah. That's really on your mind right now, huh? He was coughing up slugs, and they had to take him to the infirmary, and then they had to serve detention. And that was at the end of the chapter. What happened at the very end of the chapter in detention? Do we remember? Yeah, he heard a voice, and no one else heard it, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so that's Chapter 7. So what we're going to do, we've done this top part. We've done the matchup, so let's go over that really fast. What is bemusedly matched up to? What's the definition of bemusedly?
I put the third one.
In a bewildered way. Good, Alexis. All right, Brian. What is stupor?
A state of being nearly unconscious.
Good. All right, morosedly. Morosely. S1, did you find your packet?
You have an extra one?
Yeah, we should have an extra one there. If not, I'll get you one. Christopher, what'd you get from morosedly? Do you have one in your binder? Okay.
So what's the first thing?
What was that?
Underline the first thing that we need to fix. Stay?
Yeah, good job.
Which one?
In a very sad or unhappy way.
Why do we need to change it?
Alright, what about incantations?
And it should be a what? Yes. So underline
Magic
that.
spells.
You can underline it or circle it, whatever one you want to do.
What about putrid?
Okay.
What's
stay.
the definition of
Is that how
putrid?
you
Rotten decay.
Rotten, decayed.
spell stay? Is that how we spell stay? No.
And that makes our last one
The Y, yes. So underline or
lamented,
circle
which
that.
is
Missed.
deeply missed. Alright, so here's what we are going to do.
All day, and do we?
Our
do we
job
have a
is
question mark?
to
I'd like to stay all day.
No, period.
Period. Okay, so circle that.
fill in the blank
Okay, so there you go.
for the
There's
sentence.
three.
So we're going to do this as a
You don't even write it.
class.
It's okay. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. Okay. And this one.
Alright, so our first sentence says,
out loud.
the picnic food smelled blank after sitting in the hot sun all day.
No. You're not writing that. You only have
How
to
would
correct
something
it.
smell after sitting in the hot sun all day?
Putrid.
It would smell putrid. So the picnic food smelled putrid after sitting in the hot sun all day. Thank you, Mr. Lees. All right, number 2. Because he studied all night, Evan took the test in a sleepy blank. 1 second, Brian. You'll get one in a second. And a sleepy what?
I know.
How do you feel when you're sleepy?
Okay, let's do this. Large animals are kept in small places.
Alexis, what do you think?
Large animals.
Good fun.
Luis,
Stupor.
you need to listen.
Stupor.
We're writing this in.
Good.
Large animals.
Okay, large.
Large animals.
So because he studied all night, Evan took the test in a sleepy stupor, or
Animals.
a state of being nearly unconscious. So he was
Large animals.
out of it, very out of it.
Got it? Large animals? Large animals?
All right, number 3. Grandpa Blank tried to play the video game with us.
Large animals.
Grandpa
are
Blank
kept.
tried to play
Cat.
the video game with
Large
us.
Animals are kept.
Do grandpas know how to play video games?
No.
No.
Not really.
Listen to what I'm
So
saying.
what would that
Large
make it?
animals are
What word would we enter in
kept.
there?
I'm not telling you how to spell it.
Chris, what do you
just
think?
spell it yourself. Large
What
animals are kept
what word do you think we would enter in number 3?
Places.
Grandpa Blank
Large animals
tried to play the
are
video game with
kept.
us. So which one of these words? We have bemusedly, morosely, incantations, and lamented. Which one of those 4 words would?
Small places.
Yeah, bemusedly. Good job.
Large animals are kept. Yeah, you can see. Kept in
In what?
small places.
In small places.
All right, number 4.
Places.
Ella exuded cheerfulness and joy and never did anything blank.
No.
Never did anything
Question or
blank.
statement.
Alex, what do you think?
Question.
Animals are kept in
She
small
never did.
places.
She was always happy and
Small
cheerful.
places.
And she never did anything what?
You write down what you think it is. The large animals are kept in small places.
You want me to come back to you?
You guys need to do your
Okay,
complex.
we can come back.
What's in
That's it? That's it?
complex?
If you always were happy and cheerful
Places.
and never did anything, what word means sad that we have on there?
Question mark.
What word means sad?
I read it. For the 30 minutes.
You got it, Alexis?
Yeah, but I don't know how to say it.
You want to say it? Morosely.
What?
Is that the one you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
48.
Morosely.
More sleep. Is it?
Morosely.
Mostly?
Morosely.
Morosely. Looks like it's saying rough.
That is a hard one to pronounce. It's not used very often either. You just usually say sad.
They sound like words that.
But it's good to know. All right, number 5. The people who died in the war would be blank for years to come. They will be what for years to come?
Lamented.
Lamented.
Deeply missed.
Deeply missed. Good job. All right, Alex, this one's for you. During the play, a witch whispered several blank to curse the hero. What did they whisper? What's our last one? This is a long one.
Incantation.
Incantations.
You have to rotate it.
What does incantations mean?
It means magic spell.
Magic spells. When you use a magic spell. All right. So we are going to get out our chapter 8
Oh no.
for Harry Potter. Oh no. We're going to get out our chapter 8 and we are going to read it, and then at the end we're going to go over our multiple choice questions and short answer questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No.